Hi, I'm LaShonda, the creator behind Bootstrap Biz Advice. I share a lot about my journey as a creative entrepreneur on LinkedIn, so feel free to follow me there to stay connected. I haven't seen many YouTubers talk about transitioning from being a service provider, which I've done for the past decade, to being a full-time content creator. So that's the perspective that I want to take with this video. These tips should also be useful to business owners who want to leverage YouTube to generate leads for their business. I'm going to break up the advice in 3 categories: content, income, and strategy. All of the time codes will be linked in the description for you, as well as links to everything that I mentioned in this video. In 2022, I posted 52 videos. The most of my content was actually posted in December as part of the 25 Days of CANVA. The 25 Days of CANVA was my take on the concept of Vlogmas, and so that was a really effective thing for me personally. Some other things that worked really well was sharing about apps that I'm loving. So I did a video about a new app that I'm beta testing called Groove, and a lot of my audience happen to be people who work from home and are looking for ways to stay more motivated. So because I was able to make a hyper-specific video talking about here's a new app you may not have heard of, and here's the perfect audience for this app, that performed well. So if you're thinking about creating content for your YouTube channel, you can actually share things that you're using to run your business with your audience. So if you want to reference how I did it, you can check out the Groove video. Again, that's going to be linked in the description, but that was a huge hit. Highlighting new feature rollouts was very effective for me on my channel. A great example of that is Flowdesk Checkout. So in 2022, Flowdesk decided to go beyond just being an email marketing software and created a technology that allows people to grow their email list and generate income for their business by integrating Stripe into Flowdesk. So I happened to be one of the beta testers of this technology, and because I knew it was coming, I knew that plenty of people would have questions about the new feature once it rolled out for everyone. So I found that if I can talk about a new feature within a reasonable amount of time when it comes out, you guys tend to love that. You ask me questions in the comments, you'll send me DMs on Instagram asking for ways to actually use it in your business. And I have found that new feature rollouts are very popular videos on my channel. I experimented with a new style of video for my channel. I'm going to call them video resources. And a video resource in my mind is the type of content that a person would want to watch more than once. So a great example of this application could be a workout video. If you find a fitness trainer on YouTube that you love, it's fairly common for you to play that video multiple times. And I wanted to find what would that look like for my channel. So many of you land on my channel for a tutorial, you have a problem and you're looking to me to provide a solution, but could I create another type of content that you guys would watch over and over and over? For me, that looked like the Pomodoro timer videos. So ultimately, Pomodoro videos are a way for you to play music in the background with timers to help you focus and get more done while you're working. This technique actually originated from the concept of studying at home, and you'll see a lot of students will utilize Pomodoro videos to get their homework done. So I created a couple of these videos. I tested out using Artlist and using Epidemic Sound for the audio, and I found that these videos were highly replayable. So I use the Pomodoro videos to get work done, and I have found that my subscribers would utilize it as well. The last thing that worked really well was pairing custom templates with tutorials. A great example of that would be the video I made at the very beginning of the 25 Days of CANVA, where I talked through the PDF that I use to pitch brands and then provided the link to that template to people who wanted to buy me a coffee. So this is a fantastic technique to use in any type of industry where you can create a resource for your audience. So if you are an accountant, you could create a video about how to budget in your business and then offer a budgeting template to your subscribers or your viewers. So templates and tutorials are a fantastic pairing. And I found that not only did those videos get a lot of traffic, but I found a lot of people wanted to download that resource to be able to use it to market their brand. Now, I want to be completely honest with you and talk about a couple things that truthfully did not go well, but I want to take it from the mindset that we have to be constantly experimenting. If you are a small business owner, you know that we are in a constant state of pivoting and trying things out and seeing what's a good fit for our customers and our audience. There are some ideas that you have that you think are a home run and they fall flat. There are other things that you don't expect to be popular and they go viral. So it's important that you put things out there and actually look at the data, look at the response, and make modifications along the way. Do not be afraid of experimenting. At the beginning of the year, I thought, you know what? It could be really cool if I created themes for my YouTube video. I thought you guys would enjoy it, and I thought it would help me to create the content more. And I went as far as developing separate branding for those videos. So if you look on my channel, you will see that the first few videos of 2022 had the branding starting strong. And so my idea was creating videos to help people be more productive. The concept was great, but the extra brand was unnecessary. And so by the time I got to 25 days of Canva, I realized the theme was more for me. As far as you guys were concerned, it was just 25 days of Canva tutorials. I didn't need to have a separate logo. I didn't need a theme song. I didn't need all of that stuff in order to increase my views. So I would encourage you, as you are creating content for your channel, simple is better. To be honest with you, simple is actually better. People are way more interested in quality content than they are in quality branding. So you may change your cover art a ton of times. You may change your thumbnail style all the time. But the reality is people aren't going to immediately flock to your channel because your graphics are out of this world. They are looking for content that they are interested in. So focus more on serving your audience well than trying to execute these incredible marketing strategies. The other thing I noticed that did not work well is I have to do videos where I have some type of personal connection or I have a case study that I can reference. I see a lot of YouTubers doing this. They'll create a video about a product they've never tried or about a technique they've never tested. And there's just something about the delivery in that video that does not feel genuine. And it really makes people a little skeptical about whether you're just being paid to say something or if you actually believe it. And so I think it's important that if you're talking about a strategy that you can use in your business, that you can reference a time that it worked for you or a time that it worked for your clients. So with me not doing client work anymore, I can't really reference my clients' experiences, but I can talk about what I'm actually doing, or I can provide application to help you connect. Here's a new feature and here's how you can use it. Videos that just talk about concepts without application do not perform as well because people are on YouTube looking for solutions. So that's my complete honest opinion about what didn't work well. And I'm going to take that knowledge and apply it to videos that I make this year. The number one question that people ask me when I tell them that I'm a full-time YouTuber is, how do you make money? You see these types of videos on YouTube all the time. People say, oh, this is how much money I got paid for this many views or this many subscribers. And I want to be honest with you, the entire first year of doing YouTube, I felt extremely self-conscious because the blueprint for my channel did not match many of the videos that I saw on YouTube. And so I want to encourage you to not get so caught up in simply duplicating what you see everybody else doing and to use this section of my video as an encouragement of what actually worked for me. My very first year on YouTube, I didn't sell anything. I didn't have a digital product. I didn't have a service per se that I was providing. And so I was focusing mainly on how do I transition from serving my clients and creating for them and create for my own brand on a regular basis. So here's what actually worked for me. I'm just going to give you the breakdown of the streams and then give you a bit more information about each individual one. Affiliate marketing was the #1 revenue stream of the year, but I also did UGC. I made money from YouTube ads. I did sponsored content. I spoke, I trained, and I received support from you, particularly through Buy Me a Coffee. Okay, so let's break this down. Affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing worked really well for me on this channel because my channel is predominantly tutorials. So if I created videos, say for instance, about Flowdesk checkout, and I explained to you not only what the new feature was, but how you could use it in your business and even how you could troubleshoot some of the areas you were running into, people were very likely to use my link if they chose to move forward with Flowdesk. That's just one example. So I found it incredibly easy for me to create truthful tutorials helping you guys be more successful and simply saying, if you want to use this tool in your business, just click on my link in the description. So that was very effective for me. What I didn't expect to happen was the quality of my YouTube content was so high, probably because my husband and I own a video production company, that these tech companies started to see my content and asked me to create YouTube videos for their channels. Now, this is not the case for a lot of YouTubers, but in my case, I found that creating UGC or user-generated content for other companies was a great way for me to generate income in my business. I basically did my thing, used the same setup, but I created content that they could use to market on their own platforms. So there's tons of video content that I've actually created that doesn't live on Bootstrap Biz Advice. But because I'm constantly putting out new content, it's also a great portfolio of what I'm capable of doing for someone else. So you're seeing a lot of companies now transition, and instead of having tons of people in-house to create content, they're reaching out to content creators and saying, hey, I love what you're doing. Can you do that for me? So that's an income stream that a lot of people don't know about. YouTube ad revenue was obviously something that was effective for me, but I'll be honest with you, for most YouTubers, AdSense is a very small part of how they generate money for their business. You've experienced this as a viewer on YouTube. There are typically ads at the beginning and end of YouTube content. But what you may not know is creators have the option, if their video is long enough, to put ad breaks during the video itself. So once you start watching, they can actually decide if that video has more ads. What I noticed with my channel is when I removed ads in the middle of my content, my watch time went up, my engagement went up, and overall, my channel started to generate more money because the experience of watching my content was better. I have been to some channels and they have so many ad breaks that it really bothers me, and I have actually stopped watching their content entirely. So if you are trying to make money with AdSense on YouTube, you really need to make sure that you don't get so heavy-handed on the ads that you neglect serving your audience well. So in my case, yes, I generated money from AdSense. Perhaps I could have generated more with more ads, but I do feel like I cultivated a really strong community by prioritizing the viewer experience over placing more ads in my videos. I also did sponsored content on my channel. Some people refer to this as a brand partnership, but essentially companies will pay you to actually create content for your channel to advertise to your audience. Now, this is different from just having I'm going to call it a disembodied ad in your content. So a great example of this is sometimes you're watching a video and in the middle of the video, people say, this video was sponsored by HelloFresh. As of right now, HelloFresh is not calling me to promote their tool to you. But I do have companies that say, hey, I would love for you to do a tutorial or an app review about my product on your channel. Because sponsored content looks so similar to the other videos that I post on my channel, I actually treat it more like an endorsement of the companies that I create for. Because of that, I'm very specific about the offers that I take, and sponsored content tends to not be a fairly big income stream for me personally. So I know that that works for a lot of YouTubers, but again, affiliate marketing and truthfully telling you guys about tools that I use and that I recommend has been very successful for me. In 2022, speaking was also an income stream for me, and I think the reason why is because my channel not only expresses what I think personally, but also shows my expertise as a subject matter expert. So what people would find on my channel is, oh wow, she talks about CANVA, she talks about Flowdesk, she talks about work-life balance and mindful living. And so those were the types of things that people were reaching out to me to learn more about. So I got booked for summits and conferences, both in person and virtual. And I would encourage you, if you are interested in speaking, to make sure that you have some way to capture leads for this, because some people may make that connection just by watching your content. So I enjoyed speaking in 2022. I've got opportunities lined up for this year, and I'm really excited to continue speaking to more people about the things that I'm passionate about. Training was another income stream for me, and I think one of the things that contributed to that was in 2022, I actually became one of the very first CANVA verified experts in the world. At the time, I believe there were 25 of us, maybe less than 5 were based in the US. And so when people saw me add that to my intro in my CANVA videos, that gave me even more authority to teach on that specific topic. So I found membership communities love to bring me in to talk about how to use CANVA for their particular community. So I did workshops about CANVA for speakers and CANVA for podcasters. I even stepped in and helped with nonprofits who wanted to educate the people that they serve. So for me, because I do a lot of tutorials, people would reach out on a very frequent basis asking me to train their community. So that was an income stream for me in my first year. The last income stream that I had for 2022 was fan support through the site Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee was such a blessing to me because not only was it a way for you guys to give back to this channel, but it was also a place where I could go and be reminded of my why. You guys would write paragraphs explaining to me how my content was helping you in real life. And it simply reminded me that I'm not creating content just for the internet. There are real people watching these videos, and for so many of them, it was beneficial enough that they decided to tip me through this website. So I just want to say thank you again for all of your support last year, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You guys kept me going through those messages. I want to encourage you, if you want to be a creator on this platform, make sure that you include some way to receive support from your audience, because this is a fantastic way to fuel you and keep you creating. So I really hope that was useful. And before I let you go, I want to dig into my strategy for 2023. So the number one thing that I would tell you about YouTube more than any other social media platform is you are creating a library of content. And so the best thing that you can do to grow on YouTube is simply to post consistently and engage regularly. So I am going to get even better about responding to your comments and about showing up more often. And so that is actually the number one focus for 2023. I want to post at least 4 videos a month, and I'm also going to engage with you on a regular basis through my email list that is hosted on Flowdesk. I call it the Bootstrap Club. So those are the things that I know for a fact that I will be trying to do in 2023. And to embrace the spirit of experimenting, there are a few more things that I want to try. The first would be community live streams. I absolutely love the tool StreamYard, and I want to see if there's an opportunity for me to use that to engage with my viewers live versus always posting pre-recorded content. workshops have been really effective for me in the past, and instead of always depending on other people to host them, I am interested in hosting them myself. I actually have one coming up where we're going to talk about how to use Canva for your YouTube channel. So if you're interested in that, that is going to be linked in the description. Feel free to sign up. And the last one is digital products. A lot of YouTubers have digital products as an income stream. Some do printables, some do courses. And so I'm interested in seeing if I can find a way to incorporate this income stream into my strategy. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're interested in learning more about how you can get started with YouTube, join my Bootstrap Club to receive my strategy emails and to download my 16-page YouTube passive income guide. Until next time, ta-ta for now.